I'd like to start this topic now. Okay, Brazzo. I just want to make a short introduction about the following presentation about some new ideas in the contesting. A few years ago here on ICC, we had discussion about something new. And actually it's Ranko idea, not so well documented and not so well started, but then we started some discussions and we gave birth to something more. Did it happen later? We had 9-alpha CW contest and I became the manager. I changed that to the multi-mode 24-hour small European contest, and then I introduced single operator 2 bands high power category. The idea is, if you want to work during the whole 24 hours, you will probably not have propagation on single band all the time, and you want to have fun. We ran it 2023 and 2024. We got about 2,000 logs at the end of the contest. It's in December. And then I'd like to use this opportunity to invite you all to participate. And from those 2,000 logs, we have about 5 or maybe more % of people choosing the new category, which is like experiment to see the data, which is called single operator 2 bands. The numbers are getting even more interesting when we check that well-known Yankee Tango 3 X-ray station, who devoted his recent life to 20 meters, did last year single band on 20. After 24 hours, he got 1,100 QSOs. Meanwhile, stations not from Croatia who were operating the top ones in single operated 2 bands, they did about 1,300 to 500 QSOs, and 9-alpha 5 whiskey, who was Croatian winner, did 1,850 QSOs in 24 hours using 2 bands. So we have like an initiative to introduce this category in the more contests, bigger ones, to have more fun and maybe attract more stations. And I'm inviting now Richard, NN3W, to say his view about it. He's really supportive about it. Also Echo Sugar 5 Tango Victor, who isn't here, but it's one of the guys who said it's a great idea, I will support it 100%, try to promote it. So, Richard.
Thanks, Todd. Everyone, thank you for inviting me here. I'm Rich DiDonna, NN3W. One of these does not go with the other, 4 Oscar, 9-alpha, and US. So on behalf of Donald Trump, just kidding. Thank you for having me here. Before we get to the Church of Ranko, because I know Ranko definitely wants to talk about an important topic. He wants to convert those FT8 users to CW and sideband users because they need conversion. I know, it requires a miracle. Or SSTV users, for that matter. Right. Yes, as Mirko was talking about, you know, amateur radio and contesting, it is kind of reaching, I think, what is kind of a fork in the road. Hams are not getting older, especially in North America and the US. They're certainly getting not any younger in places like Japan. So what you start to see is you know, you look at contest logs. I know there's a lot of discussion in the United States, contests like sweepstakes. Just the log count is dropping pretty precipitously. So the question is, how do you increase activity? And obviously, you know, you can invite people to operate your station. You can invite people on multi-ops. But you know, that just creates one more log. It doesn't create multiple logs. And so in discussions with Ranko and Mirko and others, this notion of SO2B, I think is very much worthwhile, especially if you are an average type ham. I know everyone in this room has a massive stack of tri-banders or massive stack of monobanders. I have a 2-element Yagi that hangs from a tree branch at 10 meters in height. And I have a delta loop on 40 meters. So for an entry possibility like SO2B, for an operator like me who, when I'm not at actually a good station, which these days is becoming less and less often, SO2B is very much an opportunity for you to really spread your wings and to operate and to do it competitively. We are in a very rarefied period right now. You get on CQ Worldwide at 0-100 in North America or anywhere else, there's 5 bands that's open at one time. If you're at W3LPL or at N4RV or K3LR or pretty much any other station in the US, 10 meters is open, 15 meters is open, 20 meters is open, 40 meters is very much open, 80 meters is opening, and if you're some of the bigger stations on 160, you have 6 bands to operate from. Enjoy those times because unfortunately I don't think they're going to last. 2 to 3 years from now, we're going to be heading towards the doldrums, which makes SO2B even more appealing because you have, even if you have time for 24 hours, 18 hours, you can definitely be competitive on 10 meters, which has very spotty openings, and you could run up a very good score compared to the competition that time. But you don't want to have to deal with operating 48 hours or 36 hours in an all-band effort where you're going to get killed by some guy who has multiple stacks and a lot of power. You could do single band 10 and single band 40, single band 10 and single band 20. Maximize your score, getting more stations on the air, getting more points in everybody's logs, which winds up benefiting the contesting environment as a whole. So I invite and encourage everybody to look into the SO2B concept, to become part of it, because I think in the long run it's going to do a lot of benefit to contesting in general, for the youth that comes on into the amateur radio, and keeping those who are already active and are thinking about maybe hanging it up, giving them real opportunity, real incentive to be on the air and to continue to be competitive. So that being said, I'm going to shut up because I know we're way over time. Time for the Reverend Renko to talk about the Church of Renko.
Thank you, Rich. So I would like now to introduce the idea of SO2B based on the principle, not going deeply into the detail. So this year we would like to introduce as a contest within the contest, actually as sub-organizer, let's call it like sub-organizer. We will take care about the plugs, we will take care about the scores, and we would like to see the number of participants in single up 2 band. So this is an unofficial CQ Worldwide category, and we don't want to, let's say, to push CQ Worldwide committee we don't want to discuss that much because we think that SO2B is really a step forward to have more competitive stations, and we would like just to have some natural growing of SO2B in the future, and then we expect that CQ Worldwide Committee will put it as an official category. So the idea is to have it 36 hours, to limit it to 36 hours, and operator can choose any of 2 bands. So based on the location, on the recent propagation, no restrictions, so any 2 bands. So the contest duration is something we are discussing over the years. So we know that in single up all band is really the hardest category. We have just a couple of participants capable to run 48 hours. So it's not needed to explain too much about the health risks and health issues. We all know I used to operate CQ Worldwide full 48 hours a couple of times, and every Monday morning I said to me that it's first time, last time, and never again. But then after a couple of days, so after the recovery, so I did it couple of times in a row, but definitely it's not healthy. I want to point out that Secure Worldwide 48 hours format is not defined initially with the goal for the participants to operate for 48 hours. So it was after the World War II, I think 48 was the first year of Secure Worldwide. The idea was to have the full 24-hour cycles, somehow to equalize all geographical areas on the planet. So, and then over the time, of course, everything is going to extreme, and nowadays we have situation that if you want to win, you have to have really competitive station, and you have to stay wake up possibly all 48 hours. So we are not discussing anything against anything in Secure Worldwide. So single up all band is fine. Who like it, so it's fine. So respect. So definitely it is the hardest category. So we don't want to make any influence on single op 2 band. So we are all happy to see these fights in between couple of competitors every year, pushing everything on the limits. So what are the benefits of single op 2 bands? Are lower technical and infrastructure barriers, so more accessible and affordable. So this is one of the main reasons. So in XYU, I know at least 20, 30 good contesters without the possibility to have single op all band setup. So, but I'm sure that with single op 2 band, we will have tens of them building their 2 bands and jumping into the Secure Worldwide as a competitive stations. So, strategic flexibilities is beauty of categories operators. They choose bands based on the location and propagation, which means that, for example, so South Americans, they will for sure, if they want to compete, they will choose 10, 15. So Europe can choose 40, 20, depending on the propagation, of course, etc. So what we see at this point is that we are looking for the lowest hardware needs, which is obviously 2 bands, as less as possible for the maximizing of efficiency and enjoyment. So, and then scoring system is, we are all discussing million of times with a beer on the table about the scoring system. We all know that it's not fair. From my point of view, very personal, I don't see any difference if the operator is logging DK4MM or KH6YY. So from the operator skill point of view, it is exactly the same. And I don't see that 3 points and 3-2-1 scoring point is fair enough. So then later on we will see some. I just took 5 first course in single op all band high unassisted category to see the scores which are here. So we have the official scores, and we have a scores which are calculated if we gave 3 points to everyone for every QSO. So if we equalize a scoring field, it's obvious that ZF1A score from the measuring skill is far away above and dominating. So the conclusion is that nowadays the results in many cases are depending less on operator skill and more on geography. Let's say that we have 2 stations, one is IG9, the second one is IT9, so comments are not needed. And it is just 40 meters we see, these are official all-time scores, we see 1, 2, and 3, and then 45 and 77, which are made from Europe. And then if we recalculate everything and gave 3 points to everyone, we see that it's different. So my question is, which scoring is more fair? So this is, so SO2B is pure skill, 0 excuses, so operator will pick any 2 bands, and you can show your skill because you have all those beauties as 2B SIQ and SO2R. You can really enjoy fully like you have all 6 bands. So what are the SO2B expectations? So many barriers are removed if you want to participate CQ Worldwide or any other contest and to have fun and enjoyment on the maximum levels. So it's significant reduction of investment and size and complexity of station, which is self-explanatory. Then it's way more accessible for a wider group of operators, which is in the focus. Again, I will say that is the focus, and the goal of SO2B is to have much more competitive entrance in the contest. So each participant choose any 2 bands by their preferences. And now in CQ Worldwide single op all band, we all know that South Americans, they are not on the winning spot, but in SO2B, they can be Africa and Oceania, they can be very competitive, choosing, let's say, 15 and 10 or any combination of the high bands. So SO2 would retain all the exciting technical aspects of single up all band, which is the goal. So key features, so it will be one single category, so regardless of which 2 bands this year, we will give a plugs for SO2B high power, low power, and QRP. Actually, it will be fight for 3 plugs worldwide. So, but we don't know who will win. So it can be European, VK station, or some South American. So yeah, it's already, so conclusion, my dream CQ Worldwide would include the following: changing 36 operating hours format, equal scoring, whatever it is. There are some discussions about, let's say, pointing distance, because it's CQ Worldwide is the X contest, but in principle, so variation are to be discussed, but I would like to keep everything on the principle level. New category, so live score tracking and that stuff. So these changes will make the contest healthier. Myself, I will really enjoy in 36-hour format, and I'm sure many of you. It will make it fairer, so I don't care if someone will go to IG9 or CN3. It will attract more serious participants. As I told, 20, 30 serious participants from XYU. We can have them fighting against each other. We will eliminate unfair geographical advantages, and it will burn up enthusiasm, especially among youngsters, contesters, because we know that in Balkan we have just a couple of single op all band competitive stations. So what is the process? If you want to join and to compete, you just submit your regular CQ Worldwide or WPX log as usual. Separately report your selected SO2 band to us, and then provide us with your received UBN file. So we won't disturb CQ Worldwide or CQ WPX committee at all. we will process the results, and winners will receive plaques, and we will publish these results on our own. So that is all about the idea. And now we came on the questions and answers. Yes, Bratzo. Go ahead.
In general, the idea, I support two bands.
Thank you, Bratzo. Thank you very much.
What I see as a problem, like you mentioned before, is the DX content. So if you score everything with the same numbers of points, not based on the distance, you will completely kill competition outside of Europe or North America. So
For what reason?
why should I go to some other places to operate when I can run as much as I can European, or if I'm close to Caribbean or whatsoever? United States, I can run only United States and who cares? So there is no sense having it, and it's not the same. If you try to make 1,000 contacts from 160 from D4 and 1,000 contacts from sugar 5 from 160, it's completely different story. So those contacts are not the same and will be never the same.
May I have a comment? That everything you said is okay, but we are talking about something which is completely outside of existing category. So we are not touching single pole band. We are not touching any existing category. So then if you want to go wherever you like, by existing rule, you can do it. So it's single op two band. It's completely different. Okay, so it is to be discussed. I don't think that I'm fully right. I don't think that you are fully right. But I will ask you the question. Can you just make me a comment of this? Do you think that ZF1A should be where he is now, officially? So, I mean, it's obvious that we have a discrepancy. So it's obvious. Now it's just a question. So this is the reason why we are not touching, we are not discussing about change. We are just under summit. So
The question is what you want to measure. If you want to measure only QSO, operator skills, okay, we can run the border on it, and probably
absolutely.
probably YOA TTC going to kick out to everyone, and that's it. So we know already who's gonna win. The beauty of the hobby is like you travel somewhere, you
It's okay.
antennas, you do what you do.
You are
Everything they have a radio, there's everything content.
absolutely. These are two different aspects, and I will not say that I disagree. I agree. But you are single or pole band. You will travel to D4. You are unique multiplier. You will keep, if you are even two band, you will be unique multiplier. So it's a kind of measuring pluses and minuses and then making a decision. So it's a kind of
Only what I don't like, we should, if we do that, I fully support it, the same level of kind of, let's say, don't push it too hard. Maybe if we get this category, leave the scoring like it is. Let's say like that. I know maybe it's not the fair. I don't say it's fair, but leave the scoring like it is.
But it doesn't have sense to say it's not fair, but leave it as it is. We have to do something to have it. But okay, we won't jump into the table number 2. So we won't change that ZFY is holding world record. You are because the rules are. We are just talking about new category with 3 plaques. And then the majority, like myself, I want to go there. So we have plenty of people who would like to operate single op 2 band because of fairness, less hours operating, which is healthier, and then it's doable. So 2 bands are doable. So this is the improvement. So we won't change anything. And okay, it can be QDX, QSO scoring, or it can be 1 and 2, but something which is more fair. So there is no absolutely we don't have any absolute solution for having a fair contesting. So it's obvious, but make it as fair as possible. So this is the point. Yes.
My view is it's a good idea, but the scoring is not fair. The scoring for a placing is 3 points per two, so that's not fair, right? It's like you go on 2 meters and say each QSO is 1 point. It's not like that. Right?
It has sense. I think 1 to 3 is not fair more than having equal for everyone, but maybe best solution is somewhere in between. So it's to be discussed.
1 to 3 might be fair, but geographically use 1 to 3 is not fair. Right? Because you're in Africa, but you're like in Europe. That's not fair.
Yes.
But the distance should play a role, right?
Yeah, distance scoring has sense. I agree. But you know, this year we cannot do anything except to put on our shoulders plaques and publishing of these unofficial scores. But once it becomes to be official, in some discussion, I fully agree. QDX, so distance scoring is the best one. So I fully agree. So is it possible? It's not possible. In CQ Worldwide, for example, I don't think so, or it will be. We will see. Yes. Let's discuss offline. Mario. English, please.
Okay, as N1W, I lost interest in contesting since 1991, February. When my robot made 200 QSOs, I was sitting there and falling asleep. Didn't make many mistakes. I took part in 2 expeditions, EA8, CP3, and I knew your position, and I was thinking, I got good tri-bender, and if I use duplexer, I can operate 15, 20, and these days, both bunds are open, so 36 hours of fun, excellent. But then I got even better idea, because I have vertical in the garden, 40 meters or something. So, and I got 3 radios, just for chance. So I could use 1 radio with vertical on 40 meters, and my tri-bender on 15 meters. And playing with computer, I can operate 2B SEQ, computer control. And that wouldn't put too much load of my 80 years rusty brain. So after operating 6 years FT8 only with confirmation of any QSO, I all of a sudden became excited for this your short talk, which I thought doesn't make sense. To be honest, it's simple. You don't need 3 points for each QSO. Just make it simple. Each QSO 1 point. And we got different kind of scoring anyway. So that's my.
Okay, so it's not about you, it's not about me, it's not about the Brat, so it's about the community. What is the benefit? Can we improve the contest? Can we have more? And for sure we can have more competitive contesters. So this is the point. Yes, Danny.
Question, so if I want to operate the next contest as a single of all bands, and I submit my score.
Yeah, you can submit. You just, yes.
Submit the regular score, so how do you now, do I have to submit separate, send the logs and send which?
You send a log and you just say that it's log for whatever 2 bands.
Just don't look at that side, SO2R, it's not active yet.
Yes, it is active, so it's. It is. SO2R, SO2B, sorry. So it's my typo, sorry. SO2B dot. Yes.
Question 1, do you
community will do it, that this category stays with your point. And then let the people doing single or all bands with the old sport. The problem is you have too many stations that are invested in a semi-attractive, attractive to this bike travel, sitting on, etc., etc. For those guys, let the old system and maybe for this category try to do the same point for all.
It's up on you or me or on whom. So we won't push anyone. So we didn't make any promotion. So it is the first one official promotion. So so2b.org is a website which is live last 2 days, and now we will start to promote category widely through the contest community, including, of course, the contest clubs. So we are not expecting miracles. We are not expecting millions, thousands of participants, but we just want to see a feedback from community. I'm expecting that supporting of this idea will be wide. Yes.
You maybe think about excluding, just for this first year, excluding the top stations in all bands from this two-band opportunity, because you want to attract new operators. So to avoid that again, some huge station will again
Understand.
also in two-band.
We have to discuss offline, so we will announce rules in couple of days, unofficial rules, of course. Okay, thank you very much. So that's all.